This video is going to cover 5 wrist warm-up exercises for guitarists. Of course, they can be used by any instrumentalist. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm using these exercises, these studies, focusing on the wrist, hand, arm, shoulder, and I'm using them from the Aikido practice that I've been doing for the past few years. So the first one is going to address the inside line of the arms. It's important to know that when your arms are palm facing towards your back wall, the 2 bones of the forearm are crossed, and that when you open the arms with the palms facing towards the front wall, those 2 bones are now parallel. So I think the first part is if you're going to do any kind of study or any rehab work for your hands, wrists, arms, shoulders, is to just see if you can isolate the movement of supination and pronation at this angle. So 2 bones are crossed, 2 bones are parallel, while maintaining cohesion here so that you're not, that's a I'm taking the extreme example of what not to do. So forearm bones are crossed. Now they're parallel. This movement is happening at the wrist joint and not at the shoulder joint. Movement is happening at the wrist joint. Okay, so having covered that, go ahead and run your hand along the collarbone and through the top of the hand you're going to be working with. Actually, both hands, both sides of your body are paid attention to and are addressed in all of these exercises. So, and then you're going to stop once your thumb passes your thumb, and you're going to place your hands like this. And then you're going to place the thumb on the bottom, like so. And you're going to imagine that you're drawing a line like this. So I'll show you from the side. So you want to have a relationship with yourself and gravity that's long, whatever that means to you. Something that I'm always working on, so I'm not representing any kind of ideal at all. So, but I'll show you what you want to watch out for. If you make a video of yourself doing that, or you use a mirror from the side, make sure that you're not doing that. What you're trying to isolate here is the movement of the arm with the body being stable, so that this movement is being supported by your core, by the pelvic girdle being stable, so that you're not doing that. Okay, so you do that on the other side, like so. You'll see that there'll be a difference between your right and left side, something to be curious about. So you can stand with your feet parallel, or you can stand with one foot in front of the other one. It's important that you're not leaning forward too much or leaning back too much as you're doing this. So you want to find that center line with gravity. Okay, so the second exercise, this is basically a wrist lock, but I don't want you to think of it like that. I want you to use it as a way of informing your connections. So you want to draw a line on the outside of the opposite hand. This motion itself is actually very, very useful for waking up your kinesthetic system. It's kind of like brushing. And having the arm that you're brushing be as passive as possible while maintaining your attire. Okay, so you got that, and then you're going to turn, and you're going to place the thumb of the hand that's going to be the doer on in between the pinky and the ring finger of the hand you're going to be rotating. So it's going to be looking like that. So make little small circles, maybe increase the size of the circle. So you're pulling a little bit. By the way, when I say pulling, I don't mean it's a very gentle pull of skin on skin so that you can be sensitive to the flesh underneath the skin and the bone underneath the flesh. So it's a little bit of a rotation and a little bit of a hold. So when you do the hold, see if you can connect an invisible line between that and that, so that the hold is actually making your center and the lumbar spine lengthen, and your shoulders are getting internal widening, so that you're not doing it like this, and you're not doing it like this. So you're maintaining center and doing the movement. So I'll do it on the other side. So outside line, and then the thumb goes between the space of the second, pinky and the ring finger, and then a little bit of a pull with the pinky of the doer hand. Oh, so different from side to side. I've got such a guitarist's twist that I'm working to unravel. Very different on this side. Something to be curious about. Okay, so the third one is going to be like a little handshake, like you're shaking your hand. So you can come to shake your hand, and then a bit similar to the one we just did, but this one is really, it's kind of like winding up. If you had a elastic that started from your finger and you could wind it up like so, all the way down, all the way through your body, like that. So it's a winding up movement. You can turn it into a comfortable stretch, but please be very sensitive to how the skin is making contact to the skin, so that you can sense the flesh and the bone, so that you're not doing this out of tension, but you're doing it as a sense of centering. So you're just simply winding up yourself through your arm. You can really play with it. You can have some variety with it. Again, make sure that this movement is not offsetting you with gravity, that it's not making you tighten or shorten, but you're maintaining a width, a sense of space across your torso and also along your torso. Okay, so the next one is going to start the same, but you're going to, actually let's do that, this is nice. Oh, and you're going to stop at the finger. So you're going to grab your 4 of your fingers, and you're going to twist a little bit, and then you're going to bring it towards yourself. So it's like the first one, but you're grabbing your fingers like so, you're bringing them towards yourself. So notice that you're not doing that, but you're starting from the fingers. And breathe every once in a while, it's probably useful. Winding up. Sense your skin, sense your flesh and the bone underneath the flesh. Be as playful as possible. And then you're pointing your fingers towards yourself. This is the Nikio, third technique, lock. Okay. The last one that we'll do today is called the Nikio lock. So again, you're taking one hand, thumb on top of the pinky, like so. Soften the fingers, and then you're going to just do a tiny bit of a bend through the wrist. You see? Through the wrist. That goes through the elbow. That comes through the shoulder. So, thumb on pinky. Softening. Skin on skin, sensing the flesh and the bone underneath. It's not a contortionist movement, and if you run into any discomfort, stop. So this is, if you can just do that, okay, that's enough. If you can just do that much, that's good. If you've been recovering and you can just do this, this is good. What you want to get a sense of is that you're keeping your torso lengthened. I have a way to go. I'm working on mine, but that you're not doing it like this, because then you can't get the connections and you just run into yourself. You're going to get a sense that you have your pelvis on top of your legs, and hopefully your head on top of your pelvis. You know, don't get too technical about it. So this is the Nikio lock. Okay. And one fun one to finish with is the See how quickly you can do that. So just rubbing your hands together, sending them up like a triangle, and interlacing your fingers, and then looking through the mountain. So if I think about it, it doesn't work so well if I just... Oh, that was better. Have a bit of fun with that. Yeah. It's a little bit like this, isn't it? Oh, that was good. It's a good way to stop thinking. Stop thinking and just have a play. Hope you find some of those exercises useful. As always, I'd love to hear from you. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye now.